By the first snowfall of December, Lila Hart had already been asked, by 3 different people, in 3 different tones of concern, who she was bringing home for Christmas. The first was her mother, who asked lightly, as if it were no more consequential than what side dish Lila planned to bring. The second was her sister, who asked with narrowed eyes and a pause long enough to suggest judgment. The third was her grandmother, who asked by saying nothing at all, just placing a hand over Lila's during Sunday dinner and sighing in a way that felt like a benediction and a warning all at once. Lila decided, then and there, that she had a problem. She lived alone in a 1-bedroom apartment in Chicago that smelled faintly of water, flowers, and ambition. At 33, she had a respectable job as a marketing manager, an impressively curated bookshelf, and a thriving group chat called Emotionally Stable Women, mostly. She also had a carefully maintained image of being fine. Christmas, however, had a way of interrogating that image. It was the holiday of togetherness, and Lila had been single long enough that her family had begun treating her love life like a community concern. Not in a cruel way, in a hopeful way, which, Lila thought, was somehow worse. She stared at her phone from the safety of her couch, where she had been pretending to read a novel for the last 20 minutes. "Mom, just so I can plan sleeping arrangements, are you coming alone this year?" Lila closed her eyes. She imagined Christmas back home in Maplewood, Ohio, the White House with the green shutters, the aggressively cheerful wreath, the dining table that seated exactly 8 and no more. She imagined her father carving the turkey with ceremonial seriousness, her mother fussing with napkins, her sister Rachel asking pointed questions disguised as jokes, and her grandmother, Edith Hart, widowed, sharp-eyed, and alarmingly perceptive, watching Lila the way one watched a clock that had started losing time. Lila typed, "I don't know yet." 3 means of punctuation hovered, then vanished. The truth was simple and humiliating. Lila did not want to go home alone. Not because she needed a partner to feel whole. She believed, genuinely, in her independence. She paid her bills. She assembled furniture without crying. She went to movies by herself. But home had a way of shrinking her back into a version of herself she had worked hard to outgrow. The version who sat quietly, unperturbed, while couples fell into place around her like matching ornaments. The version who smiled and said, "I'm just busy," as if that were a temporary condition. She wasn't busy. She was lonely. The thought startled her with its honesty. Lila sat up, set her book aside, and opened the app she had sworn out loud to multiple friends that she was taking a break from. Hearth and Heart. Holiday connections for modern romantics. It had seemed like a joke when her coworker Donna recommended it. A seasonal dating app. Limited time profiles. Festive prompts. Now it felt like a lifeline wrapped in tinsel. She scrolled through one profile after another. A man holding a snow globe and announcing he was emotionally unavailable until January. A man whose bio read, "Looking for my Christmas miracle and someone who'll tolerate my mother." Another who had clearly taken all his photos in the same poorly lit bathroom. Lila sighed. "What am I doing?" she asked her apartment, which, of course, did not answer. Instead, her phone buzzed. "Rachel, so, are you bringing a mystery man this year, or should I prep Mom?" Lila groaned and flopped backward onto the couch. This, she thought, was how bad decisions were born. Not in passion or recklessness, but in exhaustion. She sat up again. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. She scrolled through the profiles, evaluating potential Christmas boyfriends. This wasn't about love, she told herself. It was about logistics, optics, and survival. Hi there. If you're enjoying the story so far, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps and makes sure you don't miss the next chapter. Now let's continue. She edited her profile. Her fingers hovered, then typed. "Looking for a kind, funny, emotionally literate man willing to attend a family Christmas in Ohio. Duration: 5 days. Expectations: warmth, good table manners, basic affection. Bonus if you can convincingly like my grandmother. She paused, then added, "This is not a joke. But it's also not that serious." Probably. She uploaded a photo her friend Donna had taken at a holiday party last year. Lila laughing, head thrown back, lights blurred behind her. It looked like someone who belonged in December. She hesitated only once more before hitting save. Almost immediately, the app chimed. "You have a new match." Lila blinked. "That was fast," she murmured. The name was Jonah Reed. His profile photo showed him sitting on the floor beside a Christmas tree, tangled in lights, looking up at the camera with an expression of resigned amusement. No forced grin. No feigned confidence. Just present. His bio read, "Recently relocated. Temporarily avoiding my own family for the holidays. Strong conversationalist. Excellent listener. Can convincingly pretend to be in love, but would prefer not to lie if we don't have to." It also described him as a lover of books, coffee, and snow, and, importantly, not a stalker. Lila laughed out loud, surprised by the sound of it. Then she saw the message. "Jonah. Hi. I read your profile 3 times. I think we might be solving the same problem." Lila stared at the screen. Her heart did something small but noticeable, like a door creaking open in a quiet room. She typed, "Hi. Are you good with grandmothers who see through nonsense?" The reply came quickly. "Jonah, I was raised by one. I'm rusty, but willing." Lila smiled, a real one this time. Outside, snow began to fall, soft, drifting, inevitable, brushing the city in white, as if the universe were purposefully nudging her toward something. She had no idea what. And yet, for the first time since December began, something inside her lit up. Not hope exactly, just possibility. Coming up in Chapter 2, Lila stared at her phone, thumb hovering over Jonah's message. This is really happening, she thought. Tomorrow, she would meet him in person. The fake dating agreement they'd joked about online? Suddenly, it felt very real. And somewhere deep in her chest, a tiny spark of curiosity, maybe more than curiosity, had started to glow. Heart racing, nerves buzzing, snow drifting outside, and a city ready for holiday magic. Romance, laughs, and maybe a little mischief await. Chapter 2, The First Meeting, coming soon. Don't miss it. Like, share, comment your guess about what happens next, and subscribe for more holiday fun.